guys, this is Christina from the Lido Hoppers. Welcome to our channel, or welcome back. This past year, Tony and I have been exploring more cruise lines than ever before, which led us to our first ever Norwegian cruise aboard the Bliss. We boarded at the Port of Los Angeles on a Tuesday and immediately began exploring. There were definitely some things on this ship that I have never seen before, some good, some not so great. From a go-kart track on the top deck to a cozy Beatles-themed pub and even a jogging track that goes through a restaurant, this ship was not what I expected. Of course, we had a great time, some amazing shows, delicious food, and new drinks for me to try. Join me on this tour that includes public areas, plus a tour of the exclusive ship-within-a-ship concept, The Haven. Let's get hoppin'! We begin on deck 5, which is the kids clubs area. There's different rooms for each different age group. Please make sure to see the website or the ship's app to find out what age groups and what activities they have on different days. But there's all kinds of different activities and the age groups are kept together, so little ones will play with little ones their own age. And there's also an arcade down here for the bigger kids. Kids clubs can be very helpful if you have kids on a cruise ship. Not for all day, but sometimes, they need a break too, to hang out with kids their own age and not hang out with mom all the time. They do have an arcade package that you can prepay for tokens, but it only seemed to work for games that were traditional games, not anything that you would win a prize for. So if you are looking to get the arcade package for your kids, make sure that it's going to include the games and the activities that they want to do. Like all of these claw machines are not included in the prepaid arcade package. Like the Star Wars game would be included. But it was a very nice size arcade, lots of different activities for you to play. Great place for kids to hang out, especially if they don't want to be in the sun because it's all nice and shady and cool in here. I didn't even see the Angry Birds coin game when I was down there. Coin games are my favorite. Famous Bliss ship model. I love ship models. This one was exceptionally large. And it was in this little alcove that had all of the awards or plaques that are given to a ship when they go to a new port of call. And you can see by the amount of plaques on this wall and around the whole thing that this ship has definitely been to a lot of ports. It makes it very cool. But I do love the ship model. Look at ocean loops over the side there. This is still a little old because you can still see the old laser tag arena on the top deck right there. That's all now called the Horizon Park, and it's all nice grass, relaxy area. And there's the go-kart track. We'll get to that later. So many different plaques. Every city that they go to gives them a plaque. The first visit to that city, that port. This is the mixed bar just up from that. This is on deck 6. On either side of this bar is Taste or Savor, which are part of the main dining room complex. There are 3 dining rooms. They all have the same menu and it changes every night. It's just different areas for you to sit in. There's the Taste dining room, the Savor dining room, or the Manhattan room. As you can see, Taste has blue chairs. And when we go over to Savor, it has red chairs. So I guess that's how you can tell which restaurant you were in. Otherwise, their decor is almost identical. We unfortunately did not eat in any of the main dining restaurants. There was always a line. And honestly, the food items didn't really excite us that much to want to go down there and deal with main dining room. So we actually didn't eat in any of the main dining room restaurants on this sailing. You walk through the art gallery collection. It's interesting, each different ship, although it's all Park West, has different types of art. Like Carnival is very Kincaid heavy. This one, obviously there was a couple Wyland items and just different artists. So it's cool to look and see all kinds of different art, including sculptures and glassworks. I think it's always fun to walk through the art gallery. The Teppanyaki restaurant is over there on the right, and that is an extra pay restaurant. The food was really good. I don't care for all of the singing that they do. I kind of just want to enjoy my food and not have a singing show in addition to the cooking show, but that's just me. The food was excellent. Across the way over there is called The Social, and that's where they showed a movie in there one day, and they also had a comedy show in there, but the seating was a little bit, I don't have a polite word for it, but it was not great. It was very crowded. The seats were not very comfortable. It was a lot of folding chairs, and they turn off the bar service when the show starts, which I thought was interesting. Like, you're not allowed to order drinks while the show is on or get a drink, and they didn't have bartenders walking around. So they made an announcement you had to get a drink before the show started. This was also the location of where they did the art auction. This is what they're doing now. This is the other atrium. This is the main atrium. Off to the left over there is the shore excursion desk, or the cruise next desk, and a Starbucks. If you need to get your Starbucks fix, there's a full Starbucks on board. It was October, so pumpkin spice everywhere. You want to book your next cruise, they're here to help you. Over there is the guest services desks. If you need any help with anything, they're basically a concierge, purser, anything you need help with, they can help you there. There's usually someone there 24 hours a day. The ship was spotlessly clean. It was beautiful. Now these chairs are here now, but there were also some folding chairs in there when they were doing something. This is a very active place. They have a band playing, they did dance lessons, they did seminars, there was a animal balloon making show class. A lot of stuff happened there. It's very loud. This is the Bliss Theater, the main theater lounge. We did see the Beatles show here, the Beatles Experience show, which was really fun. I liked it a lot. We were here for bingo at this time. I enjoyed bingo too, even though I did not win. Comfy seats. This is Q Texas Steakhouse, which is a barbecue restaurant. They have it's a very meat heavy restaurant. And they also did a Q&A in here with the officers and different seminars in here as well throughout the week. We did not get an opportunity to eat here. It looks like a nice restaurant. It doesn't look very barbecue-y though. Food light fixtures. Right outside there is a small library and card room. You can see there's tables set up for checkers, and there's little felt tables with lots of books and stuff. Nice quiet place where if you just wanted to go and relax and read a book or play a quiet game with your friends. Big advertisement for one of their big shows, Jersey Boys. This is at the far end of the local. It's a little baby bowling alley. It was really cute. I played a game. I wasn't very good, but it was fun. Something new. I've never seen that on a cruise ship before. Lucky for me, the bumpers were already up. That came in handy for me. Still did not win. A couple more arcade games, including a pressed penny machine. Yes, I had to get a pressed penny. And this leads right to one of the big seating areas for the local, which is a 24-hour venue and complimentary. So if you're craving a snack at any time, you can come down here. They'll seat you, and they have breakfast, lunch, desserts, all kinds of snacks, and a really good Cobb salad, honestly. It was very delicious. And the seating all around the countertop here, and you can look down on the atrium. So if something is happening in the atrium, you can go ahead and watch it from up there and not have to be down in all of the people. Walked straight into the casino. I only played at the casino a little tiny bit. I was pretty disappointed that they charged 3% to add money to the slot machine from my onboard account. I've never seen that before, so I was a little thrown off by that. So I didn't play very much. I only put 50 bucks in. I took most of it back out, but the $1.50 was still frustrating. But it seemed to be full and lots of people seem to be doing it. I assume if you bring cash, you don't have to pay that fee. But if you do plan on putting it on your onboard account, just know that they do charge a fee for that. They call it a convenience fee. But this is the main casino, and it was all non-smoking. There was a separate little casino area that had closed doors that was for smoking only, so you could do either one. This is the high stakes tables here. I also didn't get to play in here. High stakes are not my jam. I'm a low stakes kind of gal. But plenty of different options for people. Yeah, through these doors is the smoking casino. So if you like to smoke, you can come on in here and still play all the games. They have slot machines and table games. But you are able to smoke in here. You're not able to smoke in the rest of the casino, which is nice because it is open to a big atrium and walk through the corridors to different venues and stuff, and you don't have to walk through the smoky section, which personally I appreciate. But for the smokers, this is a pretty good size. There's a bar right there, and yes, there are people who serve drinks. The Manhattan room, which is the other main dining room, which I never even got to go into. This is Cagney's, which is the signature steakhouse aboard Norwegian. We also did not have an opportunity to eat here, but if you like steaks, I assume they make a nice steak. It was a very large restaurant. I guess they took part of it over from a Mexican restaurant that they had, that they have now made it a larger Cagney's. So I guess it's got a lot of fans that they had to make it bigger. So if you're a steakhouse fan, you'll probably have a meal here. The waterfront is the way to go to the outer decks. Have some elevators. There's a lot of elevators, but I found them always full. It was interesting. I really did appreciate the designated shopping area, which means it was all centered in this area. There wasn't little kiosks or people selling you down on a promenade or anything. All of the selling in the shops was all in this little area, which on other ships, sometimes they can spill out into other public areas, which makes them very congested. But all the regular duty-free jewelry, logo items, watches, jewelry, makeup, it's all here. On the right we have Palomar, which was a Mediterranean seafood restaurant. We did not get an opportunity to eat there, but it's a very lovely venue. It is right on that atrium above the casino, so it may get a little bit loud. There's no real wall there, but we didn't get a chance to eat there, so I don't know for sure. I'm just guessing. Beautiful art sculpture in the middle here. Fun lights. More of the little shops on the other side. On the left is their mojito bar called Sugarcane. I had an amazing mojito there. It was delicious. But sometimes there was a band there which was very loud and it made it very crowded. And then on a sea day, they had a seminar in here. So it wasn't like a place you could come and hang out on a sea day. They were talking about watches, I think, which seemed an odd choice to me, but what do I know? Right down the way is Maltings, which is their whiskey bar. Off to the right over there is a door that leads to the deck, and there's another bar out there called the what's it called? It's called the Cavern, essentially. Cavern bar right outside the Cavern Club, and the smoking section was out there too. The cigar room. This is a wine bar. They constantly had different tastings there and events and wine pairings, classes that you could take. The Cavern, this is obviously where the Beatles play most of the time. They just have one show in the big main theater. But we never got to see him in here. We only saw him in the big Bliss Theater. But it looks cute. I assume that's what the Cavern Club actually looked like in Liverpool. Similar at least. Outer decks on the waterfront. Beautiful sunrise. Seating areas for some of the restaurants. This is the Humidor Cigar Lounge where you could bring a cigar and enjoy it in there. And the door opened up straight to outside, so the smoke would just go outside, not go into another room. But it's right outside the Maltings whiskey bar, so you can get a nice glass of whiskey, come in, have a cigar, I guess. Oh, that's a note from Christina. That's the Ocean Loops. It is a water slide. Cool binoculars so you can look. Back of the ship, lake view. Over on the right, I believe that's the Manhattan room, dining room, that you can look down on over here. And the glass walkway, which seem to be on every ship now. You never gets old. Back of the ship. Other cabins up there. Yeah, even the Manhattan dining room looks like it was set up for some sort of seminar or something, not necessarily dining. La Cucina is right next to the Cellar wine bar, and it is the Italian upcharge restaurant. La Cucina. Food Republic is like a Asian fusion restaurant, and you place your order on a tablet. It is an additional upcharge, but you could sit by the window, have amazing views. We did eat here, and the food was really good. I found some of it a little bit spicy for me, but it was really good and lots of different options. Some interesting art across the way, leading to a brew house. Those are all ammunition casings, which I thought was an interesting medium for some art on a ship. This is the brew house, where you can get a nice glass of beer if that's what you're into. Every time I came over here, there seemed to be doing some sort of seminar, including a wine tasting, but there was always something else happening in here other than just hanging out, having a beer. But if you like a pub and you could find their open times, it looks like a cool place to hang out. They had some little table bar games. Let's see how Tony does. Let's see. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, you got to just let it go. You can't toss it. Deck 13 is the medical center. I've never seen the medical center so high on a ship. Normally they're way down low. So there is medical staff for you if you have an emergency or need something. Outside and somewhere else on the ship too, they had these little vending machines for certain medications that you could get to. observation lounge on deck 15, I thought was a really interesting space. I really liked it. Unfortunately, it was very crowded, but it was very nice. It's like if you were in a very well-appointed house and they had 100 complete little living room sets, is what it felt like to me. But there was a little small breakfast buffet. I assume a lunch buffet too, but you could get basic continental breakfast. Over here, some snacks, some meats. Take it to one of these little seating areas and enjoy. So many windows, all leading out the bow of the ship. A couple different food stations, so you're not all crowded. It's a little getaway from the Garden Cafe, which is the main buffet upstairs. Just quieter, less people to get your breakfast in the morning. I do appreciate how Norwegian does seem to dedicate a lot of the front views of the ship to public spaces. I feel like on other ships, the front views are for cabins that they put there, but there's a lot of front-facing public areas on the Bliss, which I appreciated. There's also a piano in here, so I'm sure they have music certain times a day. Directly up is the Garden Cafe. There's seating up there that you could look down, and again, it's open to those windows. Over here is one of the bars at the pool. There's 2 bars, but there is no food area. There's no place to get snacks or food out on the Lido deck. There were 2 large pools. One was designated for adults and one was all ages. There was a big screen TV out there. And while we were there, they were playing the Dodgers World Series games. I'm sure the fans appreciated that. This is the all ages pool. And this is the other bar at the other end, which does lead around to the smoking section right here outside. And the Mandara Spa. If you want to get some treatments done, or if you want to go visit the fitness center. Most cruises come equipped with a spa and a fitness center, so you can keep your workout routine intact. The very back of the ship is an adults only area called Spice H2O. This was not my favorite area. One of the worst drinks I've had on a ship ever was made at that bar, and I didn't care for it at all. Like, I couldn't even finish it. And it was just a Bahama Mama that I love, so I don't know what happened. But it does have an amazing view, because you gotta love that wake view. Had this interesting little water feature, which just seemed to be some rain falling from some shower heads. It was interesting. Le Bistro is the French restaurant on board, where they have French food, obviously. We did not get to eat in there. The menu wasn't as exciting to me, but it was very beautiful inside. I love all the windows and the art. Why is there a jogging track right there? Is this a restaurant? Is it a jogging track? It's both. The American Diner, see, he just ran by. American Diner, another complimentary restaurant, mostly focusing on burgers and fries and hot dogs and things like that. Also complimentary, but they're only open for lunch and breakfast. They're not open for dinner. Some amazing views, but the jogging track does go right through it. Those steps lead up to the go-kart track. Right there is the Ocean Loops. It's where you drop off. Here is the Bliss Speedway, which I thought was pretty fun. I had the slowest car known to man, but still fun. Yeah, that's me. Going super slow. Fun though. So that's what's always important. And how often can you say you went on a go-kart track on a ship at sunset? That's pretty cool. It was $15 for a ride, and they last about 8 minutes, I believe. And they provide the helmet for you and everything. This is the mini golf. It is the smallest thing that I have ever seen. I think there were maybe 4 holes. It was so super small. Tony had to rewind the video so I could still tell you how small it was. And there's no walkway. If you want to get from one side to the other, you're walking through the mini golf course. I didn't understand the purpose of it. They also had some aqua racers, which was a big water slide, tube slide that you could sit in an inner tube. It wasn't a very fast one, but it looked fun. Lots of seating area around the Lido deck. Different options, chairs, lounge chairs. Hot tubs with showers so you could shower off before and after. Nice sized Lido deck, and the screen was huge. They played movies and shows and games, obviously. Football, baseball. There's that very interesting jogging track. Sunrise over the Lido deck. This was a more private little lounging area, but it was open to the public. These chairs normally have cushions, but it was extremely windy, so they put those away at this time. This is up from Horizon Park, which kind of reminds me of Central Park in New York, but less trees. Lots of seating, chairs, loungers with some shade. There was also some bean bags. You could just sit on the grass. It was nice and quiet up here. I enjoyed this area. It was really pretty. I think it was probably more useful than a laser tag arena. But that's because I'm not 15 anymore. Yes, I will find the comfy shady spot. And look at that view. You can see the water slides, the pool area. You can hear the faint music from the Lido deck. Overall, a very relaxing place to hang out. Over here is what they call the Vibe Beach Club, which is adults only, and you do pay extra to have access to it. There are designated servers in there, so you can, have your bar service and you can have your seat, and it's adults only, so there's no kids there, so you can have a little more solitude, but it's not very private. As you could see, we could look down on it from that public deck. The Garden Cafe is the main buffet, which is the only place that we could find pizza on board. But there was a lot of different food options, including a ice cream station where they would scoop some gelato for you or some ice cream, different flavors. And they had some sauce, fudge sauce, caramel sauce, and some sprinkles so you could make your own little sundae. Nothing out of the ordinary, just your typical cruise ship buffet. Although they did have a lot of things that were on little single-serve plates, so you could just open these little cabinets and get a plate of usually a dessert or some fruit or something. Big beverage bar, you get coffee, tea, water. They had some flavored waters. That is the observation lounge down there. And again, this is from the Garden Cafe seating and those giant windows facing out the front of the ship. It's beautiful. Now we get to this ship within a ship, the Haven. Can we get in? Let's find out. We got in. Yeah, we did bid on an upgrade and we got upgraded the very last minute to a room in the Haven, and it was an amazing experience. It definitely spoils you for cruising. This is the main lounge area, and there is a bar back there with some great bar waiters, and who got to know you. And by the second day, they're like, "Oh, would you like the usual?" It was a very nice feeling. The Haven restaurant, exclusively for Haven guests. The nice little lounge area. They serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The menu does not change from day to day. But they had some nice options, including, surf and turf, French toast for breakfast, some yummy lobster bisque. In the morning, they have a little buffet set up for pastries and continental breakfast. We never had a bad experience here. They even had a little outdoor area. It was a little close to the Lido deck, so it was a little loud out there. I preferred to be inside. We normally sat at the same table. They called it our table, next to the window. It was beautiful. This is the Haven courtyard with the pool. This is the only Haven pool, but this area has a retractable roof. It was only open on one day. We unfortunately didn't get that on camera, but beautiful temperature controlled area. So quiet, so beautiful. Plenty of towels. There's the nice little Baja seating shelf there. Oh, I may have sat there and crocheted a little bit with my feet in the water. Hot tub, small swimming pool, but enough to take a dip, cool off if you need to, or a hot tub if you want to warm up. But it was just a very serene, calming space. No music, just peace. This is the walkway into the Horizon Lounge, which is just another large sort of seating space with different little setups so you can sit small parties, big parties. I also appreciated how the tables, a lot of the tables here had USB ports in them. So you could charge your phone while you were sitting in here if you needed to. And it was comfortable, and there was a little food buffet there that had different snacks during the morning, breakfast foods, and in the afternoon they had little sandwiches and fruit and desserts. And you could get coffee and water, and there were, bar waiters would take drink orders if you were interested. But it was a very nice, lovely space. And again, a lot of windows dedicated to looking out the front of the ship, which you don't normally see. Everyone in the staff in the Haven was so friendly and so nice. It felt very different than the rest of the ship. It's definitely a ship within a ship. Parfaits and fruit, danishes, muffins, cold cut cereals. This is upstairs from the pool area, just more beautiful seating around outside. See, someone's in the pool down there. And then you can go outside. This area is for adults only and Haven guests, so a little more exclusive up here. Very comfy chairs with towels included. You could get the little cabanas if you wanted them. It was all just first come, first serve. Giant hot tub up here. Showers. It did get quite windy up here, and it was actually closed one day because of the wind. But this was a very nice area to hang out in. This is a little small smoking section up on the Haven, so if you're in the Haven and you're a smoker, you're not left out. You can go up and enjoy the front of the ship. They had these weird little chairs. They weren't quite tall enough to see over that wall, so not quite sure. I had to stand on the little stair to be able to see over it, because that's not great. But if you stood up a little bit, you got this view up over the bow. See the SS Iowa in Port of Los Angeles. And again, just attendants everywhere to get you whatever you needed. When I asked for something particular in the restaurant, oh yes, it's your vacation. You can have it whatever way you want. That was nice. I enjoyed that.
Our final thoughts on the NCL Bliss. Ultimately, this sailing was a truly memorable experience. While the ship itself is large and bustling with energy, we were so fortunate to have the Haven as our sanctuary. This private, exclusive area was an absolute game changer, providing a peaceful retreat for relaxation, quiet moments, and elevated dining. It truly allowed us to experience the very best of the NCL Bliss and made our voyage exceptionally enjoyable. Outside of the Haven, we honestly experienced mixed emotions throughout the cruise. It was often difficult to find that perfect place to hang out for one reason or another. We also found the included food options to be limited, and the complete lack of a dedicated pizza spot, frankly, was baffling. With that said, we know you can't judge an entire cruise line by one cruise or one ship, which means we will definitely be trying another NCL in the future, and this time we will have a better idea of what to expect. Have you sailed on the Bliss? Were you in the Haven, or did you find your own quiet spots around the ship? Share your thoughts and tell us if this sounds like your typical NCL experience in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a like and hit that subscribe button for more cruising adventures and honest reviews.